Hello, okay, today we're going to do a little video on the magnetic field that comes off from an induction cooktop, induction flat cooktop. And this is something I had read about, but I had never seen a video on, and I had no access to an induction cooktop like this, which is where the burner is flat. But lo and behold, in my hotel suite, it's just a little mini suite, there is one. So I did some testing earlier, and let's do one for the video, and we're going to see how much is on here, how much magnetic field comes off. So let's turn it on. Okay, it is on now, and you see the background is still very low. Okay, there is a magnetic field coming off of the microwave right above this induction cooktop, so that might elevate the field a little bit. And well, let's see, did it turn on? Okay, now we start heating it. Oh, first we gotta turn it on, then we start heating it. And as soon as you start heating it, you see there's a huge magnetic field coming off of it. It's interesting, as you go down it doesn't do anything, but if you go up, right, 18 milligauss. Now if your hand was here controlling it, you know, because you're not going to tend to put your hand right here all the time, but you'd probably be here. So, but it's still high. Okay, so once it reaches a certain temperature, let's go to the max. So right by the electronic, there's a flare-up in the magnetic field. Let's see how long it stays there. So you see the burner in the back, and it's still not going down. So I think as long as it's heating up, yeah, I just did a little test earlier, so I don't know the whole sequence on how it works. Okay, so we're lower than the 25 right now. That hum is the refrigerator to my left, which is also going to be putting on a magnetic field, but that is not the name of, it's not the subject of this video. So you can see it's slowly coming down, and you can see if you were, you know, holding a pot, for example, you know, this is only a 2 burner, but most people would probably have 4 burners here. So if your hand is over, you know, the control panel, then you would be exposing yourself to an elevated magnetic field. And look at the magnetic field here, and that burner's not even on. What about over here? Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. So the burner is very, you know, that's very high. So, you know, normally you could be holding a pot here or a pan and, you know, manipulating it, and, you know, this whole time you're exposing yourself to a high magnetic field. Now, what does an electric burner or a gas burner magnetic field put out? I have never tested it. I want to say it would not add anything, because it's not, well, maybe an electric one, I don't know. I've never tested it, so that would be an interesting comparison, but I never read anything about that, having an elevated magnetic field. So based on this analysis, I cannot recommend you know, installing an induction cooktop. If you already have one, well, you have to weigh the benefits and your cooking style and compare that with how harmful you think magnetic fields are. Okay? So again, it's not the one time you use the induction cooktop. It's, you know, a daily thing, you know, or every other day. Okay? That's the stuff that gets you. It's just the repeated effect on our body. So You can see I don't want to put the I don't want to put the meter over the heat, but you know, you can see it's elevated near it. So let's turn on the other one. Okay. So that's definitely elevated. Okay, we got both burners going, and yeah. Now if the handle is here, for example, on a pot, you know, that's 5 milligauss. Okay. If you compare that to an electric burner or a gas, if you don't, you know, if you don't need to expose yourself, there's no point in doing it. But I can see the attraction of this induction cooktop because it's fast. It turns on very fast. Oh, can't see that here. So even up here, you can see that there's, I don't want to fry my meter, so I'm going to keep a little distance on it. But you've seen how it is elevated. So you get performance with a price, and in this case it is your health. Okay, there is no free lunch, of course I'm imagining the manufacturers of this, they never tell you about this. They may not even know about it, because knowledge of magnetic fields and how they affect us is not very well known at all. Okay, so let's turn it off here. Okay, we just turned them both off, and you see the magnetic field meter drops back down to the room. Okay, so you can see it has nothing to do. So you see it has nothing to do with the heat that is put off by this induction cooktop. It's the electric. It's when it's powering it with electricity. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. I'd have to watch a video, but it's how it takes the electricity and, you know, heats up the cooktop very quickly. So something in there is causing the magnetic field. So it has nothing to do with the actual heat output, because, you know, I can still feel the ambient heat here in the air, and you can see the magnetic field meter is, you know, at the background level. So there's the video for you, and I imagine this will be the same with any other brand. I have never heard of this Kenyon brand. But I imagine it would be the same no matter the brand. So there you have it. Induction cooktops cause high magnetic fields.